Mariano, welcome to Wanaka.
Thank you, my bro.
Mariano over here is drinking his Heineken beer. Even though I offered him chai, he went with the beer, which is a bit disrespectful, but I take it. How's the beer?
It's really good. It's really good.
Do you drink mate?
Today, as breakfast, as every day, in a daily basis, I get my mate.
Okay. What exactly is this mate culture? All I know is Messi and Suarez keep drinking it.
Yes, it's really traditional from Argentina, also from Uruguay, the mate. So if you see an Argentinian drinking mate, maybe you think it's Argentinian, but actually it's from Uruguay. So they drink even much more than us. But it's like a ritual, like for breakfast, you get your own mate. It's also like really social because I know you are with 5 friends, you are working, whatever, and you just prepare the mate, I give it to you. It's really social. Okay, I prepare one mate, you drink it, you give it back to me, I give it to another person. It's like that. So but for breakfast, and nowadays that is quite cold, it's huge. It's amazing. But also that is really a bit polemic, I would say. It's like you drink it also in summer when it's 35 degrees, and you are drinking beside that mate that it's really hot. The mate, you drink it hot, and you still drink it every year. But for example, in my case, and most of Argentinians, we take it as breakfast, and also after lunch, also sometimes for dinner. Like you drink, it's really social. It's like a ritual. It's like,
But when you mean by breakfast, it's not just the mate, right? It's food with mate.
it depends. For example, in my case, I only mate.
Does it have any health benefits if you just drink mate?
No, it doesn't have. I know, for example, sometimes you drink it alone by yourself. That's good. But for example, when I go to the office, I go Tuesdays and Thursday, I share it with my friends. Okay, I do one, and they pass it to my friend. It's like very social. But like I said, we drink it a lot, but in Uruguay even more. Because I know, I have some Uruguay friends here in Barcelona, and they drink it for going, to the supermarket. Like if they said if they go to the supermarket, sometimes they go drinking mate, like they have their own mate there. And for an Argentinian, that's too much. No, we don't do that. That's why when you see a football player like Suarez, he goes everywhere with his mate, and you don't see much Messi go with his mate. And like he drinks, you will see pictures, but not everywhere. Like you see Suarez, Valverde, Uruguay players, like everywhere they go, they drink mate. It's crazy, but it's good. You should try it. I have an advice that when you try for the first time, you need to put a bit sugar, try to make it a bit sweet. But the thing is that people that really love mate, they say, no, you shouldn't do that. Like, no. It's a no, really no. And sometimes I try to hide and say, okay, at least a bit, But when people try it here in Europe, when they first try the mate, they don't like it most of the time. But if you put a bit of sugar, they said, yeah, let's try again and again. And then you reduce a bit the amount of sugar. But you need to at least put a bit, at least at the beginning. But that's how I think people from Europe start liking. I have one friend from Italy in my company, and he, without sugar, for him it's impossible. And with a bit of sugar, he likes it. But it depends a lot.
Make me a mate with sugar soon, okay? So I can try it and give you my opinion.
I will bring next time, I promise.
Talking about how social you are as an Argentinian, is it part of the culture being very social?
Yes, I think we are really warm, like for example, like in Italy, like because of the influence that Italy had with Argentina, also with Spain. We are really warm. We like, I'm talking with you, I'm hugging you, touching you, and it's like really, we are really close. And for people from Europe and most of the northern countries, it's not like that. When you try to hug or something like that, they one step away. Things like that for me, it's like, okay, it's different. That's why at the end, when the people that you more connect are Argentinians here, because the way you hug, the way like for example, when you go to a place, you kiss in the cheeks, and every person when you arrive to a place and you meet people from other places in the north, they say why they need to kiss me there, like if I don't know them, and it's totally valid. It's like, oh, that's another perspective. But for me, it's like, either I know the person, I hug the other one. Even for someone in the stadium in Argentina, when your team score a goal, you hug with the one you have next to you, even though you don't know nothing. You hug with everything because I know it's like that. But I think that's the best side of Argentina, like the people, like they are really warm.
What is this barbecue meat culture in Argentina?
Yeah, in Argentina, it's really traditional. Like on Sundays, you prepare your own asado. It's basically meat, but it changed a lot the way you cook it. But also here in Barcelona, there are places that is, I don't know if I can call them a sponsor here, but it's called Delicatessen Argentina.
There is only one sponsor in this video called Amma's Indian Food Kitchen, and they have the best home-cooked Indian food in Barcelona.
I know. But beside that, this place, like if you live in Barcelona, you should try that place. It's really amazing. You can get meat like as in Argentina. Because what I found here in Barcelona, there are a lot of places that they said, okay, we sell Argentinian empanadas or Argentinian meat, and it's not the same. It's like people say, no, it's not. I like it, but not that much. But I tried it; it's not the same. That's why it's like, oh, you should try the real one. But if, for example, if you walk here in the Rambla de Poblenou, it's like the main street that goes to the Poblenou beach. There are a lot of places like empanadas argentinas, Argentinian empanadas. And you try them, it's not the same. That's why it's a bit. But if you go to that place, you can get real. You feel like in Argentina, you have like your own mate place. You have the snacks, Argentinian snacks, the meats. You can buy whatever you want, and you feel like in Argentina. Beside that here in Barcelona is full of Argentinians. Like it's full.
It's like a mini Argentina over here.
Yeah.
Talking about food, tell us your family business in Buenos Aires about the pizzeria.
Well, that was a bit crazy because before the pandemic, in the house of my mother, like my little sister started cooking pizza by herself. She bought like a clay oven and she started doing their own pizza. She started doing some research on YouTube. I mean, she traveled a lot to Italy also, so she had experience. And she started cooking pizza. I was the one tasting pizza. And there was a moment I was saying, the pizza this is amazing. If I'm a customer, I will buy this. So they said, okay, let's do this just for friends, I mean, my friends from school, the friends of my sister, some family over there, and they start coming, and then they were friends of friends. And then they start growing up a lot and said, okay, this is too much because, I mean, there was the garden of my family, where my mother lives. And like, I was not living there, but for example, when I arrived there on the weekend, I used to play football in that garden, and it was like full of tables of people, random table in my garden, in my house. So like, now you should open your own restaurant. And so they open their own restaurant. The thing is that then the pandemic started, so they start only doing like the takeaway methodology. And then after the COVID, like was a bit better, they started open tables in that restaurant. And then from one moment to another, they receive an email saying you were nominated between the best 100 Italian pizzerias in the world, and the awards are in Naples, in Italy. They was like, what? They say, yeah, this is in November of 2022. You need to go to Italy to the awards and to see in which position you get. So they got the flight tickets. I went there because I was, of course, living in Spain, so it was really close for me. So and then we went to the ceremony. They were position 50, or like crazy, like TV shows from Italy doing interviews to my sisters in Italian. And then in 2023, they did the same. Like they were nominated again. Like they received the same email saying you are between the 50 best in the world. And they were this year in 2023. They were nominated. They were in the 38th position. And yes, keep growing a lot. Then they opened the new pizzeria. Now they have two. They're trying to expand in the near future to see where they can open a new one. But it's super overbooked all the time. It's crazy. And like in 3-4 years, You can follow in Instagram if you want. It's like tiamo.pizzeria in Instagram, and it's growing a lot, a lot. A lot of people, when they were nominated and in all the newspaper from Argentina, they come to the restaurant doing interviews to my sister saying, oh, how they started. And so, and people I know from Brazil came to the pizzeria just because of the newspaper, like saying, oh, the best pizzeria because they were nominated between the 100 best in the world. Based on the ranking, it's the best in South America, Italian pizzeria. Of course, there's another thing that is the Argentinian pizza that is totally different than Napolitan. It's different.
What is the difference?
The Argentinian pizza is thicker, has much more cheese. It's different the way it's built. It's in another kind of way. It's totally different. Both are amazing. Like I said, here and also in Barcelona, also like Argentinian pizzerias also like it's really traditional. But the Italian is, Italy created the pizza, so must be good. It's really good. And like I said, it's always overbooked. It's amazing.
It's a very nice story. Amma's Kitchen is going to take inspiration from Tiamo's Pizzeria and also become successful just like Tiamo Pizza.
When you go to Argentina, you need to go.
Do I get a discount?
No, and recharge.
Moving on, tell us a bit about your current president.
Yes, so the new president, it's called Javier Milei. He was elected in December of 2023, like 1 month ago. And like all politics, he has like their own supporters and detractors, but he has a different way. It's like a radical change on the way of doing politics in Argentina. He's focusing more on a free market, on reducing the intervention of the state on the economy. It's really different. His way of thinking is more like on the libertarian way of thinking. So it's totally new in Argentina. Like the way of doing politics in the last 50, 60 years is totally different. But people like was a bit tired of the way of doing politics and getting inflation every year. So they said, okay, we want a change no matter what. And I hope everything goes fine. I think it's going to be fine. I hope so.
So by hope, you're meaning that Argentina is going to be more open to foreign brands coming into Argentina, so it's more open, not just make in Argentina?
Yeah, it's difficult because, for example, like previous governments, they used to not allow, entering, or for example, if you're entering products from the outside, you need to pay a lot of taxes. Just because we are protecting the local industry, saying, okay, you want to buy products from China, you get, 20% of taxes. Just to protect, your neighborhood, you have things to buy the same thing, just to give priority on that, just to keep, the local industry. But now it's like, yeah, it's so polemic. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Like now you can enter whatever and the local business are, it's not in the same because they are poor and then, yeah, of course I want to buy things from IKEA, of course, because they are better there. But with that, I'm not protecting my local industry. That's why. But for example, if you see here in Spain, of course, you can buy things from whatever. That's why importing things from Argentina, that's why when you travel to the US. Now, Javier Milei has a new measure that he said you can bring whatever iPhones from the US or whatever country, because before you used to hide them. When you arrive to Argentina, you hide, okay, one iPhone here, one here, things like that. And if they catch you, okay, you need to pay $200. So,
wow,
it's so polemic.
Okay. How's the landscape of Argentina? I know it's a very, very long and huge country.
Yeah, it's the number 9th country in the world.
9th biggest country in the world.
Yeah, exactly. It has approx 45 million of the population. But if you compare to Germany, that is like not even the half of the size of Argentina, it has 80 million of population. It's divided by 23 different what we call we don't have states, we have we call provincias, so it's like in the state we have 23 and we have like different really famous, like Buenos Aires, it's like the capital city of Argentina, Then you have Santa Fe, that the capital city of Santa Fe is Rosario. It's really famous for Lionel Messi was born there. And then if you go to the south, you have the Patagonia. And if you go to the left side where we share with Chile, you have also the Aconcagua. That is the highest peak in the western side of the hemisphere. And yeah, it's totally different from here, from Europe. In the western side of Argentina, we share with Chile. We have the Andes, and in the Andes we have the Aconcagua. The Aconcagua is the highest peak in the western hemisphere of the planet. Yeah, it's really huge. You have everything, and also you have the Iguazu Falls. It's really nice. If you know Iguazu Falls, are the falls like Victoria Falls, but we share with Brazil. So you have one part from Argentina and one part from Brazil. We share the falls. You should check it out. It's called Iguazu Falls. It's really nice.
You're in the southern hemisphere, so your summer is during our winters, and your winters is during our summers. Basically, July, August is your winters, and summer is on December, January. How is that?
Yeah, for me, like once I arrived here in Europe was a bit crazy, because for me, my Christmas were always, hot, like 35, 40 degrees in the swimming pool, eating asado with the family, and so. And here in Europe, it's like totally different. Like you have the snow, you have the cold, like in the movies. That's why I really like here, like the markets. If you have the chance to go, to Germany, I'm saying whatever, bro. Germany's on my mind all the time. Yeah, think of the weather. I mean, the only thing I can say is the difference of that. But for example, I would like to ask something, but it's a bit polemic. That is, I don't know if I should say this because it's so bad for Argentina. Like, I don't want to say bad things about Argentina. I'm just saying to you, in Argentina, because there is a lot of problems of infrastructure, you don't have electricity for a couple of days. In December, in January, it's really hot. People use the AC, so you don't have electricity. Just because there's no capacity. So it's not like you have a problem like something happened. No, it's just because the system collapsed. They say, okay, this neighborhood from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. you won't have electricity. And then like this neighborhood from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. you won't have electricity. Things like that you go to sleep without electricity. You don't have AC and it's super hot. And you cannot and you tell someone from the outside, from the other country, I have no electricity, and they said, oh, what happened? It's like a hurricane or something. No. It's like that. That's why for me, having electricity all the time, sometimes it's like, oh, it's different. Like in summer, in winter, you will have it in summer, like in December, January. I was like, I don't know if I should keep talking about this because I
can put this in because I don't think there's anything wrong that Argentina doesn't have electricity, because it's the same with India.
I think it's a terms of investment of the government saying, okay, we will need to have better systems in order to have electricity, because it's crazy. Like, for example, if you live in the 5th floor and you are 80 years old, you don't have elevator to use, things like that. That's the only other thing. Or the crazy thing, here living in Barcelona doesn't happen, and for me it was all my life like quite normal.
I think it's normal in a lot of countries, because even in India, right now maybe I can't talk for India, but I'm pretty sure 10 years ago it was the same thing, especially in my state of Tamil Nadu. There used to be power cuts for some time. They used to tell exactly like how you told, these 2 hours there's not going to be water or there's not going to be electricity, so people are prepared and ready with all their things. So I think it's very common for this to happen. So can I put this in or no?
Perfect, yeah.
What you said.
Yeah, it's perfect. I think
okay, because it's just the fact which is happening all over.
Yeah, I think the way I said it, like sad, or like
I really feel good that you're sad.
Yeah.
Like
it's I really honest.
Yeah. Coming to our last segment, how is your language different from the Spanish language, even though you talk Spanish?
It's really different. The way we speak, if I give you, for example, they say, I know if you are presenting yourself to other person, you will say, yo me llamo Mariano. My name is Mariano. And for example, I don't say yo me llamo Mariano, I say yo me llamo Mariano. like the way we say the Y and the double L, like is super different than in Spanish. And there are other kind of words like that's why when you are here in whatever part of the world you are, when they listen to you saying like for whatever, like I know lluvia, that is rain, we say lluvia, chicken, that is pollo, we say pollo, things like that. They distinguish that you are Argentinian or from Uruguay because they use the same accent.
Sounds so nice. It sounds very, very
Yeah,
nice for me.
people like it. People like it. But yeah, it's super different. But it's something I will never. That's something I really like from Messi. That even that because there are people that live here in Spain that after living 6 months or 1 year, they start speaking like people from Barcelona or from Spain. They lose their accent. I don't know. It's super strange, and I think I will never lose it, and I don't want to lose it. Like I will speak as an Argentinian, even though I live here and I'm surrounded by Spanish people. I will always speak like that, and I'm really proud of it, and it's amazing. But there are some people that lives here and they lose their accent, or I don't know, they pretend. It's polemic a bit, but I like it. People like it also here, so I'm grateful.
How do you pronounce the car company Toyota?
Toyota, I don't know Toyota. I know Toyota.
When did you know this word called Toyota existed in your life?
For me, it's Toyota. I know you say Toyota.
I always say Toyota. There's nothing called Toyota.
When we were playing that game, that we need to say brands that start with T, car brands that start with T, and I said Toyota, and everyone started laughing, and I was like, "What?" And it was saying, "Yeah, it's Toyota." Yeah, I know. But for me, it's Toyota. Like, if you go to South America, it's Toyota. You know, if you find someone that says Toyota, it's like, where are you from? You know, like, and like I was saying, like in Argentina, or at least in Buenos Aires, most of the people are from Buenos Aires. You don't have like this multicultural thing of Barcelona, that you have people from India, from Spain, from Germany, from England, and you can say, oh, this is from another place, but no, it's not that common. Maybe if you go to the Patagonia, you will see tourists, or if you go to the capital city of Buenos Aires, you will see tourists, but most for like, vacation, things are not like for living for a long period of time.
Mariano, so you know the cartoon character Popeyes, the guy who eats spinach?
Yeah, to get how do you say? To get stronger, yeah.
So you do know him.
Of course, it's my hero.
He's your hero.
Yeah.
But how do you pronounce his name?
It's not Popeye, it's Popeye.
Wow. Popesha.
Popeye.
Popesha.
Popeye.
Pope.
Popeye.
Popete.
Because it's like a Y and then an E. So the Y is sh. So it's Popeye.
Popesha.
Popeye.
Popesha.
Exactly. You're getting it. I'm proud.
Thank you. Mariano, that comes to the end of our podcast for this particular episode. Thank you so much for joining me and talking about your beautiful country of Argentina, talking about their culture and just how kind the people are.
Perfect. Thank you very much, my brother, for this. And I'm really happy to share my culture with all you guys. Thank you very much.